Sean.
Ah. Hello, Father. Tell me, what would you do when someone has stolen from you?
I try and talk it out, see if things can be resolved peacefully.
An admirable goal. And yet we find ourselves in a situation where something more significant must be done. The group that calls themselves the Railroad have acquired several synths from the Institute. Synths that had gone missing in recent months. And they no doubt mean to free these synths, in their delusion that synths are somehow sentient beings. You've been in contact with the Railroad, so you're aware of their misguided beliefs.
They mean well. They're only doing what they think is right.
You dealt with Libertalia. That's the result of their selfish, short-sighted plan. Usually they are a minor nuisance, but lately they have become more emboldened. I'm afraid we've reached the point where a response is necessary. We have learned the current location of these synths, and need to reacquire them before the Railroad can hide them.
I'm not sure why you'd bother.
Aside from taking back our property, we must teach them a lesson, as it were, and quickly at that. But it's important that we act on this soon, before the Railroad has any indication we've tracked them. We also don't want the Brotherhood of Steel getting wind of the presence of the synths. That would only complicate matters.
Is it just me, or will I have backup?
A Corsair will be waiting for you outside Bunker Hill. You'll have support should you need it. But we want to keep this small.
There's no time to waste when there's work to be done.
Attention! Ferrum Squad, report to debriefing. Ferrum Squad to the debriefing.
I can't talk right now. I have a lot on my mind.
I have something urgent to report, Elder. The Institute is attempting to recover escaped synths at Bunker Hill.
How did you obtain this information? Our reconnaissance hasn't reported anything of the sort.
I received the information from the Institute itself.
And you've done the right thing by reporting this to me directly. Well done, soldier. Your report provides us with a golden opportunity to state our intentions to the Institute. I'm placing you in command of this mission. Exterminate the synths at Bunker Hill. And whomever the Institute sent, I'll instruct Kel. Dismiss, soldier.
Doc Carrington's been asking for you. Got a lot of synths right now. Makes things really dangerous.
Neil is transmitting loads of information. At first, I already lined up another...
Uh-huh. Can I talk to you?
Something on your mind?
The Institute knows about Bunker Hill. They're planning to recapture the synths there.
The timing couldn't be worse. The old man's been sitting on those 4 synths. There's nowhere else that's safe we could put them. Maintaining your cover is vital. But the sacrifice is just too great.
Stockton and the synths are depending on us. We can't let them down.
Well said. We've never known when and where the Institute would strike us next. But now we have a chance to turn the tables. We wait until the enemy is in position, then we hit them hard. No one they send out comes back alive except you. Understand?
Oh, is that all? Need anything else while I'm at it?
No. Just keep defying the odds. We can't attack too. You'll probably have...
Sure. Like you said,
It's a risk.
Right.
What the hell is a building that nice doing in a rundown city like this?
Hey, Synth.
I've been waiting for you.
So, what's our situation?
I assume you've been briefed?
Sure.
Our targets are inside. The situation, we move in.
Hey, I'm gonna need some of your grenades. Hand them over.
Very well. Our targets are being sheltered by a man named Stockton. Limited back...
Just point us to the fun,
The mission's
and
parameters
we'll take
just
care of
changed.
the rest.
I'm going shooting. Requesting backup relay now.
Institute, you must be destroyed.
Find anything good on him? Oh, okay.
do this.
Hey.
Thank you for sparing us.
the world on fire. I just want to start a flame in your heart. In my heart I have but one desire, and that one is you. No other you. I've lost all ambition for worldly acclaim. I just want to be the one you love. And with your admission that you feel the same, I'll have reached the goal line dreaming of. Believe me, I don't want to set the world on fire. I just want to start a flame in your
I don't want to set the world on fire, honey. I love you too much. I just want to start a great big flame down the road. You see, way down inside of me, darling, I have only one desire. And that one desire is you. And I know nobody else ain't gonna do it.
I've lost all ambition for worldly acclaim. I just want to be the one you love. And with your admission that you feel the same, I'll have reached the goal I'm dreaming of. Believe me, I don't want to set the world on fire. I just want to start a flame in your heart.
There'll be 50 minutes of teasing, 50 minutes of pleasing, and 50 minutes of blowing my top. If your man ain't treating you right, come up and see old dad. I'll rock 'em, roll 'em all night long. I'm a 60-minute man. 60-minute man. Loving that I'll rock, roll all night long. I'm a 60-minute man. 60-minute man. They call me. Loving that I'll rock 'em, roll 'em all night long. I'm a 60-minute man. There'll be 15 minutes of kissing. Then you holler, please don't don't stop. There'll be 50 minutes of teasing, and 50 minutes of squeezing, and 50 minutes of blowing my top. If your man ain't treating you right, come up and see old Dan. I rock 'em, roll 'em all night long. I'm a six-feeling man, oh yeah.
Rabbit, fly like a bee. No matter what you do, you'll never get away from me because I'm right behind you, baby. Right behind you, baby. I'm right behind you, baby, and you'll never get away from me. Well, you can make up your face, dye your hair. No matter what you do, turn around and up and down because I'm right behind you, baby. I'm right behind you, baby. Well, I'm right behind you, baby, and you'll never gonna get away. Well, you can go to the east, go to the west, the north and the south, and all the rest. You can walk at the heart, stroll across the floor. No matter what you do, you'll never get a minute more. Well, you can fly through the clouds, sail on the sea. No matter what you do, you'll never get away from me because I'm right behind you, baby. I'm right behind you, baby. I'm right behind you, baby, and you're never gonna get away. Woo, let's go. see. No matter what you do, you'll never get away from me because I'm right behind you. Baby, I'm right behind you, baby. Yeah, right behind you, baby, and you never gonna get away. Well, I'm right behind you, baby, and you never gonna get away. Let's go now. Well, I'm right behind you, baby, and you never gonna get away.
Son.
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here. The only hope for humanity lies below.
It's not so bad, really. People manage.
Perhaps. But at a cost too great to be worth it. Standing here, I'm reminded of how fortunate I am that I was spared a life in this wasteland. I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued me. Both of us, really.
They left me on ice. For 60 years.
They did. And for good reason. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA, preferably related to their primary subject. It only made sense that my parents should fill that role. So you were kept alive and safe within the vault. I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, I had no expectations that you'd survive out here in all this. To not only do so, but manage to find me. To infiltrate the Institute itself. Extraordinary.
You could have let me out decades ago.
Until I became director, I had no idea you were there. And after, there was initially no logical reason to do so. Certainly, it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. Well, I suppose I wanted to see what would happen. An experiment of sorts. I had no idea what kind of man you were, you see. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you, as it has everything else? Would you even survive? Perhaps most curious to me, would you, after all this time, attempt to find me? And now I know the answer.
Sean, you need to...
I can see that you'd soon, I hope. A future which I hope Bunker Hill did not...
We were totally ambushed. They were waiting.
You can imagine that I find that very hard to believe. Bunker Hill, and to see the Brotherhood of Steel. I will refrain. Speaking of which, it's time for you to become more involved in the... I'd like you. I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in.
Warmed up over here. How much you got left in you? This asshole's bulletproof! Give up now? I'll make it quick. Fine, keep your shit. Hit.
Let's get this directorate meeting over with before we speak further. It's... Good, we're all here. I think it's time we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is he doing here?
I will address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure, with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally, things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ayo has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. We're still monitoring the increased activity around Fort Independence, but there are no immediate signs we should be concerned. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Excuse me, but, sir, are you sure this is, well, the proper time to be discussing that? Considering, given all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
Of course.
Really? Well, there's no shame in being out of the loop, as it were. The project has been classified for quite a long time. Power is, as I'm sure you've seen above ground, a very valuable commodity. I'm not talking about some abstract concept of control. I mean real, tangible power. The kind that keeps the lights on. With every advance the Institute makes, our need for raw power increases. Many compromises and sacrifices have been made over the years to allow progress to continue.
Right. Such hard times down here.
I would never disagree that life in the Institute is better than above ground. We have done much to ensure it. Now, we take things even further. Phase 3 is simply the activation of a nuclear reactor that can provide enough power to the Institute now and forever. It will ensure not just our survival, but our prosperity.
Sounds like an important step.
That's an understatement. The reactor is close to ready, but recent tests have determined we have a few tasks ahead of us. Thus, we come to Phase 3, and to how you will help.
Sir?
Yes, Dr. Ayo. Previously, we would rely on Kellogg for above-ground operations, yes? Well, he is gone. While I'm not overly fond of putting my own father in harm's way, he has proven more than capable of handling himself.
Yes, but...
This is not a matter for debate. Now, there is one more subject that requires discussion.
I don't know that this is the time.
Dr. Holdren, it is time. Please. As I'm sure several of you are already aware, I have been under Dr. Volkert's care for some time. I'm sorry, this is difficult for me. Our best efforts have failed. Every experimental treatment we could devise has been unsuccessful. I'm sorry to say I am dying.
No!
Can't be serious!
Everyone, please. I am sorry. This is not how I wanted to tell you, but we're running out of time.
Why would you joke about this? It isn't funny.
Were it a joke, I'd agree it's in poor form. But I'm afraid it's not. We can talk more later. Right now, The future of the Institute is at stake. The Institute cannot survive without leadership. The Directorate must continue to govern with the best interest of all in mind. To that end, I am naming my father as my successor.
Oh, boy.
You can't be serious!
Really?
How can you possibly justify this? He isn't one of us. He isn't even a scientist.
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, I will simply say this. The Institute has enough scientists. What it needs is a leader. I believe my father has already proven himself more than capable in that regard. This will conclude this meeting. Thank you.
My compliments on getting B592 back to us so quickly.
The latest synth generation is just amazing. Those guys in robotics are working miracles.
I had no idea.
I know this is... well, it's a lot to take in at once.
I'm sorry, Father. I hope it wasn't too presumptuous of me to put you in charge without even asking first.
I can do the job.
Of course you can. There's no question. That's why I'd like... They are hard to see.
Sounds like those raiders at Libertarian are quite a handful.
Nice work bringing that rogue sick.
From what I hear, that rogue synth in Libertalia was a real
Synth unit. You were scheduled for maintenance duty in an SRV last night. Anything you'd like to report?
Nothing to report,
Father
sir.
has always
I
been a
carried out my duties. As usual.
unpredictable.
Dr. Ao saw you accessing a
Choice of a
terminal.
successor shouldn't
You know you
surprise
are
me.
not permitted to access terminals in that section. Is Dr. Ao...
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier. You're going to lead this operation, I'm told.
Were you or weren't you accessing a terminal in SR?
What the hell is this operation about?
Hey, relax. We wouldn't send you off without the proper information. Recent events have upset our timetable. Getting the reactor online has become our #1 priority. It needs to be running, well, yesterday. We're going to have to cut some corners. I'm not thrilled, but it means we'll need to rely on some pre-war tech. You're going to the mass fusion building to acquire a beryllium agitator for us.
Now get back to your duties.
Oh man, I have one of those, but it's in my other pants.
You wouldn't recognize one if it fell on your head. That's why I'm going to retrieve it.
You're going? That complicates things.
Not really, no. I admit I'm not fond of going up top, but I promise to stay out of your way. This device we're after? It's very sensitive equipment, and it's pretty damn old. It's not that I don't trust you. It's just that I trust myself more. So, are you going to put up a stink, or can we get moving?
Sounds good. I'd appreciate the company.
Not as much as I'd appreciate coming back in one piece. I don't like going above ground unless there's no other option. But here we are, with our options dwindling quickly. Not to put more pressure on you, but we have to move quickly on this. Word is that the Brotherhood is nosing around the area. We don't want them getting the agitator before we do. Head on up to the relay, and I'll meet you there.
come up every now and then. Plain happens. But in this case, even I have to admit, it's hard to not suspect they were involved. Don't jump in.
Last person that disobeyed Captain Kells?
Ah, Paladin. Good. Now then, come back here now, Paladin. This briefing isn't over.
Proctor Ingram.
Lancer Captain Kells wants to speak to you. Better not keep him waiting, Paladin. Lancer Captain Kells wants to speak to you. Better not keep him waiting, Paladin. Lancer Captain Kells wants to speak to you. Better not keep him waiting, Paladin.
Ingram?
Lancer Captain Kells wants to speak to you. Better not keep him waiting, Paladin.
If it was up to me, I'd take every feral, beauty, and scent and shoot them into space.
Nice work bringing that rogue synth back.
From what I hear, that rogue synth at Libertalia, real menacing.
Unit
like those raiders at
X688
Libertalia
speaks
were
highly
quite a
of your
handful.
combat skills. Should get in some more target rounds.
X688 sounded very impressed with your...
I'll rock 'em, roll 'em all night long. I'm a 60-minute man. If you don't believe I'm all I say, come up and take my hand. When I let you go, you'll cry, oh yes, he's a 60-minute man. There'll be 15 minutes of kissing, then you holler, please don't stop. There'll be 50 minutes of teasing, 50 minutes of squeezing, and 50 minutes of blowing my top. If your man ain't treating you right, come up and see old Dan. I'll rock 'em, roll 'em all night long. I'm a 60-minute man. 60-minute man. Loving that I'll rock and roll all night long. I'm a 60-minute man. 60-minute man. They call me loving that I'll rock 'em, roll 'em all night long. I'm a 60-minute man. There'll be 15 minutes of kissing, then you holler, please don't stop. There'll be 50 minutes of teasing, and 50 minutes of squeezing, and 50 minutes of blowing my top. If your old man ain't treating you right, come up and see old Dan. I'll rock 'em, roll 'em all night long. I'm a 60-minute man, oh yeah. 60-minute man.
Well, I'm a mighty, mighty man. I'm young and I'm in my prime. Yes, I'm a mighty, mighty man. I'm young and I'm in my prime. Well, I don't pick my jobs. I'm ready for any old kind. Yes, I'm a real young man, brand new 25. Yes, I'm a real young man, a brand new 25. Well, I'm willing, I'm able, I'm trying to get much alive. Well, I'm 6 feet tall, I ain't no hand-me-down. Yes, I'm 6 feet tall and I ain't no hand-me-down. Well, I got a gal in town who calls me Good Robin Brown. Yes, I'm gonna say it this way, cause ooh, what a wonderful life. Oh, I'm a mighty man, I'm young and I'm in my prime. Yes, I'm a mighty man, I'm young and I'm in my prime. Well, when you want me hollering, I'll be there on time. Well, when there's what to do, send for the mighty one. Yes, when there's what to do, you better send for the mighty one. Yes, he'll stay on the job until the job is done. Hey, everybody, did the news get around about a guy named Butcher Pete? Old Pete just flew into this town and he's chopping up all the women's meat. He's hacking and whacking and smacking. He's hacking and whacking and smacking. He's hacking and whacking and smacking. He just whack, whack, chopping that meat. Butcher Pete's got a long, sharp knife. He starts chopping, don't know when to stop. All you fellas better watch your wives, but Pete don't care whose meat he chops. He's hacking and whacking and smacking. He's hacking and whacking and smacking. He's hacking and whacking and smacking. Hey, no. Whack, whack, chopping that meat. Ever since Pete flew into town, he's been having a ball. Just cutting and chopping for miles around. Single women, married women, old maids and all. He's hacking and whacking and smacking. Oh, Pete! Hacking and whacking. He loves that meat. Hacking and whacking and smacking. He just hack, whack, chopping that meat. Wakes up in the morning, 5:30. rascal over. You ain't heard nothing yet.
Relay powering up. Ready in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Did you think we would not see what you have done? Did you think I wouldn't know you've betrayed me? After all I've done, the lengths to which I've gone to give you a new home, a new life, for us to be a family. But you have made your choice. From this point on, you are an enemy of the Institute. Should you cross us, we will kill you. Go now, and live whatever meaningless life you can.
Relay online and engaging.
Carrington wants word.
Damn it! Losing Augusta is a real blow. Not your fault, I know.
I hope that you take that armored behemoth off on covert missions.
Bad news. They kicked me out of the Institute. I can't get back in.
God damn it. We knew the whole operation was a long shot. I'm sure you did your best. At this point, we're done. Our only chance to do anything in the Institute was contacting Patriot.
Is that it? There's no other option?
Not with the Railroad. Without help, the Railroad simply doesn't have the numbers to do anything to the Institute. To forcibly free the synths in the Institute, you need an army. There may be a way. Not with us, but with your Minutemen. If you continue rebuilding them, you'd have that army. Then with the data you got using Tom's holotape, maybe they can find a way back into the Institute. If we can help with that, let us know. But I fear the fate of all the synths lie with the Minutemen now.
Wow, that doesn't look half bad. Only 2 cans.
Hey.
I've made my choice. The Institute is now our enemy.
I always knew that day was coming.
I say we attack.
I'm all for that. You should give Sturgis that. In the meantime, no half measures. I've got something for you. Our scouts have found him. Before you know it.
Ah, Paladin. Good. Now that the unfortunate matter regarding... Come back here now, Paladin. This briefing isn't over.
Excuse me, Proctor Ingram. Do you remember that holotape of Institute data I gave you? I really need it back.
I'd appreciate knowing why you want me to hand over highly sensitive data first.
I'd like to share the holotape with the Minutemen. I think they need it as badly as we do.
I'm not sure why you trust them with it, but it's up to you. After all, you're the one who got it in the first place. Here's the original.
Ah, Paladin. Come back here now. This briefing isn't over.
Excuse me.
If we're looking for some action,
I want to be left alone. Hey there, mister.
Right on inside.
I can see you.
You gotta be joking.
Dead! You hear me? Gotta use you to scrape that molasses boots. That was some bullshit. Is this a joke? This has to be a joke.
You'll pay for that! You think like a wildredwolf!
Shoot him! Shoot them all! Motherfucker!
Well, they let old Pete out of jail. He went back to his store. All the women who read his mail were waiting on Pete to chop some more. Hacking and whacking and slacking. Hacking and whacking and slacking. Hacking and whacking and slacking. He just hacking and whacking, chopping at me. There's an old woman who was 92, lives down the street. She said one thing more I want to do. Find old Pete and let him chop my meat. He's hacking and whacking and slacking. He keeps hacking and whacking and slacking. He keeps hacking and whacking and slacking. He just hack, whack, gave him back his same old knife. He's hacking and whacking and whacking. Chopping at me. Well, he got out of jail on Sunday night. Monday he packed his grip. He started to China to see the sights. Went nuts again and chopped up the ship. Hacking and whacking and slacking. He's hacking and whacking and slacking. He's hacking and whacking and slacking. Hack, whack, chopping at me. Brought old Pete back to town to electrocute him there. But Pete, crazy like a clown, chopped down that electric chair. He's hacking and whacking and slacking. He's a maniac. Hacking and whacking. Don't do nothing but hack. He's hacking and whacking and slacking. He just hack, whack, chopping at me.
You've done a good job of building support for the Minutemen, but we still don't have any way to attack the Institute.
Everything seems to be proceeding according to plan, sir. After all, would you like me to go? I wonder how long my systems will endure these rugged conditions.
Don't forget to give that holotape to Sturgis. We'll need time to analyze the data.
Can't remember the last time I had clean fingernails.
Here's a
Place is really
holotape
coming
I happen
together,
to
huh?
have. Full scan of
take
the
all the
Institute
credit.
network.
Well, all right. I'll start digging into this and see if I can make heads or tails of it.
We need a way to bring the fight to them.
Well, let's hope we got something we can use.
Sure.
Well, they sure are. After that,
Mm-hmm.
Bad news. The Institute has been scouted. If they have sent...
Mm-hmm. I cleared out that spot you sent me to and set up a radio beacon there.
That's great news. Once folks have some... In the meantime, make sure to...
That was nuts.
I don't understand these Minutemen. Why the hell would you bother helping a bunch of low-life farmers and settlers?
Lad, you made it in time, General.
Hey there.
Lad, you made it in time, General. We've seen all. We've called. I'm feeling pretty.
This is Radio Freedom with a breaking report from the castle. Institute are moving on our position. This is not a drill. All available Minutemen in the area, please move in to reinforce. We have a swarm of attackers approaching from South Boston. Incoming attackers from the northwest.
General. Out here, we gotta take things one day at a time.
I think something's out there.
I don't want to set the world on fire. I just want to start a flame in your heart. In my heart I have but one desire, and that one is you. No other will do. I've lost all ambition for worldly acclaim. I just want to be the one you love. And with your admission that you feel the same, I'll have reached the goal I'm dreaming of. Believe me, I don't want to set the world on fire. I just want to start a flame in your heart.
I don't want to set the world on fire. I love you too much. I just want to start a great big flame down in your heart. Way down inside of me. Darling, I have only one desire. And that one desire is you. And I know nobody else ain't gonna do it.
I've lost all ambition for worldly acclaim. I just want to be the one you love. And with your admission that you feel the same, I'll have reached the goal I'm dreaming of. Believe me, I don't set the world on fire. I just want to start a flame in your heart.
We've got smoke at a friendly target. Canceling fire mission. All available Minutemen in the area.
What a ripoff.
Listen up, kiddies. The Institute thought they could push us around, and we showed them different.
Hi, Ronnie.
We lost some good people. I guess the Institute will think twice before... We don't have time to sit around moping about our losses or bragging about winning. We're the Minutemen, gold, darn it! And that means we've always got to be ready for the next fight. Let's get back to it, people.